guys are so awesome. Thank you. All right. Yes. Let's give them another hand. All right, you guys. It's time to sing. Sound great. You ready for the next song? Written by our own Jen Stackpole. Here we go.
I'm ready to shine, ready to spread my wings and fly. I'm ready to dance like no one can see me move. I'm ready to love like no one's hurt me before. I'm ready to shine. Now it's my time to soar. shine. I'm ready to shine. Shine, shine, shine. I'm ready to shine. Yeah, I'm ready to shine. Ready to spread my wings and fly. I'm ready to dance like no one can see me move. I'm ready to love like no one's hurt me before. I'm ready to shine. Now it's my time to soar. I'm ready to shine.
So busy saying good morning to everybody, I forgot it was my turn. Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Capistrano Valley. You look beautiful this morning. So beautiful. My name is Judy Chapman. I am your assistant minister, and I'm delighted that you're here this morning for our wonderful Sunday celebration service. We are a trans-denominational center, which simply means that everyone is welcome, that we respect and we honor all paths to God. We respect and honor all faiths and all cultures. So you're welcome here. Welcome home. We're going to start our service with the Flames of Faith. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples, all faith, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence that we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience that we honor here today. We light the candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and the practices of all indigenous peoples, the way of primal spirituality. We light the candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path with the compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and the path of peace. We light the candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And as our practitioner, Tony Sparks, lights that last candle, please let it represent the path that brought you here to this service this morning. And now please join me for 2 minutes of sacred silence.
Let us go into prayer, knowing that Spirit is all there is. God is light and power and the glory and the source of all good. It is infinite intelligence and wisdom and clarity, His whole perfect and complete. It is harmony and peace and joy, and we are one with this presence. It lives within us. It guides and directs us. It sources us of everything. And because of this, of being spiritual beings, we are aware of all that God has given us, this beautiful planet, all the beautiful parts of nature that we are one with, that we connect with, that we are filled with so much joy seeing and hearing. I know that each one of us is divinely guided, and each one of us is experiencing the spirit of the holidays, of the giving and receiving, of being a part of something much bigger than us, that is powerful, that is good, that is filled with compassion and love and joy. And I know that we make a difference. And I am so grateful for each one of us, that we are here this morning, that we are just being these magnificent lights of being, and being incredibly open to receive and to be and to hear and listen to the lesson, and know that we take it with us and place it into our lives. And so with so much gratitude for this morning, for the message, for each one of us, I place these words of truth into the law of power, of action, knowing that it's already done, it's already so, as we say together. And so it is. And now we're going to take a moment to read our global vision. And we're going to read just a portion of it. The entire global vision is printed out into the foyer if you want a copy. So let us read together mindfully. We see a world that works for all, where all life is honored as expressions of the divine, where kinship with all life prospers, where spiritual guidance is valued, and where there is peace, harmony, and justice for all. And let's read together mindfully today's affirmation. I am the light embodied. I radiate, and so it is. And I'd just like to say a little thing about what I'm wearing today. I am Santa's elf, and Santa and I are giving out gifts for all our pets. And so it's something we do every holiday, and therefore there's stockings. And please, if you haven't received yours yet, please come out to the foyer and get yours. And also I wanted you to know that we've saved 13 turkeys this year by providing them life and food. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. I don't have any pets right now, but I do have a grand dog, so I'm taking my grand dog's Christmas present from our animal kinship. Okay, well, I'm always delighted to welcome our guest vocalist here back again. Please give a warm welcome to John Nichols.
side. Give me a second. Too much gravity. All right, it's all right. It happens. I know, it's early. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. You know Dasher, Dancer, Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Here we go. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names, and they never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him, and they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Here we go one more time. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer game. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in history. Yeah, well done, well done. Thank you. And all the cowgirls today, see, you surprised me.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's give them another hand, shall we? Right. Whew. Good morning, everyone. And Grand Rising. I'm so glad that we could be here together today. It's a beautiful December day in Southern California. My name is Reverend Alice Reed, and I am your spiritual leader here today and your speaker. I have really enjoyed this little book by Richard Rohr about preparing for Christmas. And if you know anything about Richard Rohr, he's kind of like a New Thought monk. And he really embraces our principles, but then he shares them through his own lens, which is very Franciscan. And on this fourth Sunday of Advent, he writes this beautiful little section about the meaning of the Advent candles, and that this fourth Sunday is really the fourth Sunday that represents peace. And that we see that, right, in all the different religions. We see that desire for peace and centeredness, and really paying attention to the light. And the wonderful reflection that he offers us is simply to look at how we may be paying more attention to the outside world than we are our inner light. And that really gives us this kind of platform for me to speak to you today about the light. today is, let's see, it was Friday and Saturday were the longest night of the year and the shortest day of the year. It's the solstice, and this is the time of year where we light up everything, right? We light up our homes with candles and with lights. We, try to bring more illumination wherever we go. And we try to remind ourselves with the beautiful lights that we see that the light has not left us, that it's just an illusion when we see these dark nights. And it's just a way of seeing. We might have forgotten what we've seen. And Ernest Holmes has this really wonderful quote that I'm really working with this morning, and it goes like this: "Faith will light the place in which we find ourselves, and by the light of that faith, we will see that all is good." And sometimes all we have is faith, right? And in this show me world where people really invest in what they can see and what they can hear and what they can touch, oftentimes faith can seem a little wimpy, don't you think? It seems a little wimpy to just have faith when we can't see what it is that we're looking for. I saw this really fun Calvin and Hobbes cartoon. You know who Calvin and Hobbes are? Yeah, the little boy with the stuffed tiger that only talks to him. And Calvin is really confused about Santa Claus. And he says to Hobbes, "I am just don't get it. I do not get this whole idea about the secrecy and all the mystery of this guy that exists. Why doesn't he ever show himself and just prove that Santa is real? And if he doesn't exist, what does all this mean, this Santa business?" And Hobbes the tiger, scratches his head a little bit. He says, "I don't know. Isn't it kind of a religious holiday? Is that what this is all about?" Calvin looks at him and says, "Yeah, actually, I have the same questions about God." I have the same questions about God. I loved it. It is so intrinsic to our philosophy and the things that we talk about. Like there's this, Calvin's kind of got a point, right? It's like, what's all the mystery about? Why is this so secretive? Why is God so elusive, right? Why is God such a mystery to so many? If you talk to an atheist, they would say, "Well, you're just making everything up. All this business about Christmas and all the other holidays, it's all made up." And they're not wrong. I mean, have you ever heard this phrase, change your thinking, change your mind, right? So they're not exactly wrong. We are making things up, and it's over the millennia, humans have tried to understand the unexplainable. They've tried to make sense of it and used rituals to try to center themselves in these inexplicable times and ways and trying to understand what the world is about. And this time of year, we practice rituals that have been practiced by thousands of people for as many years. We have this fun kind of thing that's happening this year right now. Christmas is December 25th, and it converges with Hanukkah, which starts on December 26th. And then we have Kwanzaa, which starts on December 26th. And of course, we have the solstice with the earth practices and spiritual practices, the pagan practices. We have the Yule that started on the 21st, and it goes for 12 days. So we have this convergence of all these faith practices that involve light. The Christians celebrate the light of the world, which is represented by the Christ. And in Hanukkah, there's a celebration of light where there is this beautiful idea that the light is indistinguishable. It can never be distinguished. It is inexhaustible. It is forever burning. And then when we look at Kwanzaa, there's this opportunity to illuminate and celebrate beautiful principles that are inherent in the African heritage. And then, of course, with the pagans, they use light to help them remember that even in the darkest nights, that light still illuminates, and that we can bring that light forward to ourselves. And I think that the mystery of it all is that we're so close to the light within that we can't actually see it. It's kind of like looking through your eyes to see your own eyes. We can't necessarily see the light because it is so much a part of who we are. And instead of seeing that light and recognizing the light that's within us, we tend to look outside ourselves for that light. That happens a lot. And we easily forget who we are, love and light manifested. You know, in this philosophy, we talk about the idea that the thing that's temporary is form, and the thing that's changeless is the divine. That the divine is forever pouring itself into life, and that it creates form out of itself through us and through everything we experience on the planet. And so we tend to really invest our energy in the form. We kind of give it our power. And I was kind of thinking about that. It's kind of like using your vacuum to clean your floors and assuming that all the power is in the vacuum itself, when in fact the power to clean your floors with the vacuum comes from the electricity that it's connected with, and comes from you being willing to use that electricity in that way. And our philosophy works with energy the same way. We have some agency in how we use this power that moves through us. But the things that we create are not the things that are imbued with the power. The power comes through us. And it's invisible, right? We can't necessarily see that the thing that makes the grass grow. But the grass grows, so we have proof and evidence that the power is working with us, through us and as us and through nature. We see it everywhere we go. And we have this opportunity to really prove these ideas. That's why we are sometimes referred to as religious scientists, because we experiment with this power, and we do these experiments where we begin to see the results of our thoughts and beliefs. We try things out. We try new ideas. We look at different ways of seeing things. We begin to release and surrender old ways of seeing things and embrace a new way of seeing things so that we can have a different experience. I think that oftentimes, we know that, right? You know this. You come into a community like this, you understand that idea, that principle, that reality is created by means of us, and that it is a divine power that's moving through us. But it's sometimes easy to get seduced by the world of show me and give me, right? The people want some proof right away. It's this McDonald's drive-through consciousness that, whatever it is that you want you're gonna get it right away. And sometimes we don't realize it's, as scientists, we have to work with our thoughts. We have to work with our ideas. We have to work with our beliefs. We have to do a little gardening and pull up the weeds of ideas that aren't serving us and come back to that place where our true power lies within. I think that this idea of solstice and the return of the light kind of symbolizes our human experience, that condition we have where we sometimes have to use faith until our faith demonstrates in form. I sometimes have to remind myself that this form that is my body is a temporary vessel for the eternal life force that is me. And I have to remember that about others. I have to remember that when I meet you, I am meeting the temporary form that you are holding, and that there is a God presence that inhabits you completely. When I'm done with this form, I will release this body, and the energy that is me will continue to exist. It will continue to be that part of spirit, that spark of creation that continues to move forever forward. Energy can never be destroyed. It only changes form. Form is temporary. Excuse me. Form is temporary. And this idea of the mystery, the secrecy, if you will, of that energy that lives within us is the thing that's permanent and is forever embodying itself in form in a temporary way. And I think sometimes we can lose sight of that. And so when we look at the symbolism of the long nights and the short days, it's an opportunity for us to use that to remind ourselves that even when we can't see the beauty and the power of that divine life force that is moving through us, it is always there. And sometimes we get stuck with this idea that something is keeping us from our light. Something outside of us is keeping us from our light. And the fact is that the only person, the only individual that might be obstructing your view, that might be obstructing my view of my light, is me. I'm the only one that's getting in the way. So we use spiritual practice to remind ourselves, to lift our gaze, if you will, to see the bigger picture, to remember the light that lives within us, and to allow ourselves to give rise to that power and presence that lives within each one of us that is so represented by the light. Holmes has another quote I want to share with you. He says, "We become conscious of darkness only when we are without faith, for faith is ever the light of our day and the light of our way, making that way clearly visible to us, even when to all others it may be beset with obstacles and the ongoing rough." So even Holmes is looking at this idea that we see the darkness, we see the limitation, we see the lack, and it is ours to bring our power back to the inner truth of the light that lives within us, and it can never be truly obscured. It can only be perhaps misunderstood. Calvin's concern about secrecy and mystery are simply his outpicturing of his own forgetfulness of who he truly is. Like many of us, we don't see the light right away. We have to pause. We have to go within in order to be present with that power that lives within us. There's a sweet story that I have been seeing on the internet that I thought I would share with you if you hadn't heard it yet. And it is a story about a father and son, and they're talking about Christmas. And the son walks up to his father and says, "Dad, I think I'm old enough now. Is there a Santa Claus?" And Dad says to him, "Okay, I agree that you're old enough. But before I tell you, I have a question for you. Because you see, the truth is a dangerous gift. Once you know something, you can't unknow it. Once you know the truth about Santa Claus, you will never again understand and relate to him as you do now. So my question is, are you sure you want to know?" And the son looks at him and says, yes, I want to know." "Okay, I'll tell you. Yes, there is a Santa Claus." And the son says, "Really?" "Yes, really. But he's not an old man with a beard and a red suit. That's just what we tell kids. You see, kids are too young to understand the true nature of Santa Claus, so we explain it to them in a way that they can understand. The truth about Santa Claus is that he's not a person at all. Here's an idea. I actually bought the gifts that I give you myself, and I watched you open them. And it did not bother me that you didn't thank me. Of course not. In fact, it gave me great pleasure, because you see, Santa Claus is the idea of giving for the sake of giving. Without thought of thanks or acknowledgement, we just give. The father continued, you remember when I saw that woman who was in need of help on the subway last week and called for help, I knew she'd never know it was me that summoned the ambulance. I was being Santa Claus when I did that. Oh, said the son. The father remarked, so now you know you're part of it. You have to be Santa Claus too. That means you can never tell a young child the secret. You have to help us select Santa presents for them. And most important, you have to look for opportunities to help people. Got it? It's a sweet story. I love this explanation of Santa Claus because I find so much joy in gift giving and in having the opportunity to give of myself and expect nothing in return, just for the pure joy of giving. And I think that this explanation of Santa Claus, that there's some commonality with our relationship with God. Right? You see it? You're with me? Our relationship with God, it's not a person. It's not some anthropomorphic individual in the sky. No, God is an idea. It is an idea that we have around energy, an energy that is forever giving itself to life through us. And we have the opportunity to be a beautiful conduit through our thoughts and our minds and the way we direct that energy. So it's a lot like Santa Claus. I'm remembering when I was trying to explain this philosophy early in my classes to my atheist brother-in-law. We had a good relationship. We could talk about tough stuff. And I remember one day, though, we had a little frustration about something, and I was like, well, maybe if we treat for it. And he looked at me and he said, oh, Alice, stop with this Santa Claus God of yours. I don't know. I think it is a Santa Claus God, but not in the way, we have to participate, right? We have to participate in that movement in order for it to be directive and creative and uplifting. My invitation to you is to notice all the lights around you and to enjoy the beauty and to own all of it as a reflection of your own inner light. And then as you're uplifted by remembering your own light, to share it freely wherever you go for no reason at all except for the joy of giving. Thank you very much. So now let's go ahead and do a little bit of that Santa Claus practice. A Santa Claus prayer. Whew. Knowing that the power in the presence is always moving through us. I invite you to close your eyes or lower your gaze as we recognize this power, this beautiful, loving presence, this creative life force that is always inviting us to acknowledge it and express it. And so I know for each one, as we move through this holiday season, as we move through Christmas and Hanukkah, the Yule, Kwanzaa, whatever it is that you might recognize, maybe it's just winter, that we do this with presence, that we allow ourselves to remember that any light that we see around us is the same light that is being reflected from within us, that everywhere light exists, and it exists for its own pleasure, the pleasure of sharing that light, the pleasure of giving, the pleasure of knowing that all is well. As we walk out the return of the light and the days getting a little longer and still long dark nights, we simply know that the power and the presence of the creative process is simply reflected by the love and the compassion that we hold in our own hearts. And so I celebrate this deepest truth that the light is indeed inexhaustible, that it is forever burning bright within each one, and that we too can know this truth, can be this truth with gratitude and an open heart. And so I simply say thank you. Thank you to each one who is willing to share their light so freely, for that is indeed why we're here. And so it is. And so let's bring up our wonderful musicians in our band and our soloist, John Nichols. Thank you.
All right. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way, loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you. Santa's on his way, loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. So I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. That band right there.
Your voice is like having a warm hug. Let's give him another hand. Thank you, John Nichols. Oh, that's just beautiful. That was lovely. It's time now for our conscious committed giving. If the stewards would please come forward. If this is your day to give, thank you so much. If this is your day to bless, we have a blessing card in the chair in front of you, and it says, in deep gratitude for all of my blessings, I place this card in the basket. I ask that these offerings be blessed, appreciated, and multiplied. It is my honor to give my blessing in this way. Thank you, God, universe, spirit. So let us say our prosperity affirmation together. My offering is my acceptance of God as the source of my supply, and it symbolizes my faith in the abundant flow of this supply. Thank you.
Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your love will light the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your joy will light the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your peace will light the way. Nam 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 namaste. Nam 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 namaste. Nama 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 namaste. Nam 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 namaste. Nam 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 namaste. Nama 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 namaste.
As these gifts go out into our community, I know that each recipient is blessed and is uplifted by this gift, and so it is. Thank you so much. Thank you. If we have anyone that is a guest at our center today for the first time, we have a gift for you if you'd raise your hand. Okay, seeing none. We have people that volunteer every week, all month, every year. If you're a volunteer for this month, why don't you please stand so we can acknowledge all the gifts and all the service you give. Thank you so much. Thank you. 4 of these volunteers are practitioners, and a practitioner is a person that's been trained in the science of prayer. And they've gone to classes and for years, and they are here to pray with you to see your truth. So today, Kathy Story has been holding the high watch, and the high watch simply means that she has been doing prayer for us during this entire service to open our minds and open our hearts so that we can receive the wonderful message from Dr. Alice this morning. So we have Kathy Story, Tony Sparks, Cheryl Lyman, and Bonnie Charney. It will be our practitioners today. If you have want your life to be better than it is, you can go see a practitioner. If you're hitting a wall or can't see the forest for the trees, go to a practitioner and they will see the truth for you. And it's a gift from us to you today. So avail yourself of that. And now I'd like to invite Dr. Alice up for our invitations.
So keeping with our cowboy Christmas theme that we seem to have here this morning, I have a couple of invitations for you, things that are happening. We have Conscious Connections that will meet in the multipurpose room around 12-ish, and that'll be an opportunity to have a conversation about anything that's come up for you this morning during the talk or maybe some of the practices. There'll be our yoga classes are on hiatus over the holiday and will resume on Monday, January 6th. Do you want to be here Tuesday night at 5 o'clock? We have a really special candle lighting service ready for you to enjoy and participate in. It's going to be very special and a really wonderful way to formally enter into the Christmas holiday. So I hope you'll join us for that. There'll be a sing-along at 4:45 and the service will begin at 5 p.m. Then on December 29th, that's next Sunday, we will do our traditional burning bowl ceremony. That is a really wonderful opportunity for you to release whatever it is that you want to release, to leave it behind in 2024 as we move into 2025. So I hope you'll join us for that. Returning on Sunday is our wonderful Tamsin and John that will be leading the healing sound bath. It'll be here on the exact date is January 5th. It'll be from 12:30 to 1:30. I hope you'll join us for that. It is really an exceptional experience. Thank you, John and Tamsin, for offering that gift the first Sunday of every month. I want you to save the date, because we are, thank you guys. Our wonderful musicians are going to be showcasing their talent for you. They not only do they play the instruments that you see them play every week, week in and week out, they are multi-talented. And so they're going to be bringing their gifts to us. So this is not only an opportunity for you to join us, but it is an opportunity for you to bring a friend. It's really an opportunity to celebrate the very fine music and musicians that we have here. So this will be the first of 3 concerts we'll be doing in 2025. So be there or be square, January 26th. Thank you. Let's see. We have a couple of changes in our usual lineup. The book study is on holiday break until January. The Wednesday evening meditation is taking a little holiday break as well. Shifting Sands, though, never misses a beat. And they will meet on Thursday at 10:30 a.m. in the sanctuary, or you could also join online. And then Fridays, Coming Home, Awakening to Spirit with Joyce Fournier will be at 8 a.m. on Zoom. So lots of things for us to do during the holidays. I really look forward to seeing you here on Christmas Eve. It'll be a very special night. And with that, I would like to invite the Songbirds back up.
I'd like you all to stand, please, for closing song.
Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a brand new start. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a change in my heart. Everything I need, I now receive, and it's done unto me as I believe. Right here, right now, where I am. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a brand new start. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a change in my heart. Everything I need, I now receive, and it's done unto me as I believe. Right here, right now, where I am. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a brand new start. Right here, right now, I'm gonna make a change in my heart. Everything I need, I now receive, and it's done unto me as I believe. Right here, right now, where I am. Right here, right now, where I am. Right here, right now, where I am.
Right here, right now, where I am, let the light shine through me. And so it is.